everyone, and welcome to a new format of video. I've really wanted to play about with a bit more of a chilled out, relaxed video response to my channel, and I've had this idea of doing kind of longer form talking episodes, almost like a podcast. Not quite a podcast, because I'm not quite sure about doing a podcast yet, it's just something I've been thinking about. So this kind of new series I'm doing is just to experiment with that and to have fun with learning new technology, because the best way to learn how to use a microphone is by doing a podcast, of course. Really, this is just kind of like a self-indulgent thing for me. I really want to learn how to use Audition. I really want to learn how to use microphones like this and potentially look into a new form of content creation like podcasts. It's all very much ifs, maybes, buts, but we're here playing with this idea. So let me know what you guys think about this kind of video style. I drink lots of water in this because I'm so nervous about sounding like I have a dry mouth. So in today's kind of episode, or whatever we were going to call this, I really wanted to talk about why you should vlog. Vlogging in particular is one of the best forms of content I feel for YouTube and for self-published video work, because that is primarily what YouTube is people creating their own content and posting it on a video platform. One of the easiest things you could upload, or anyone in this world, is what they're already doing. So vlogging is a really cool process for everyone to do, because it's really interesting to see how other people live their lives. And if it wasn't, then why would we love TV shows and celebrities and movies? We always get invested in a character's story. I think because you're already capturing what's happening in your life as well, it makes it a lot more accessible to do, because you're just filming what you're already doing. And one of the main things I've learned with content creation more recently is to work smarter, not harder. And if you're already capturing something you're doing anyway, or if you're repurposing things you were doing and making content from that, that is a really smart way of working. And one of the things I've really loved about vlogging is I can be working on some client work, creating a vlog of me doing that, and then I can also break that down into some portfolio content for my Instagram or my TikTok or even my website. You know, these things, it's really good to capture these things, because then you can reuse it in so many different ways. So vlogging is a really good format for people who are already doing something, and doing something that people will find interesting to watch. And if you scroll through YouTube, there's so many different categories. There's people who really enjoy cleaning, and there's people who really enjoy studying and doing things. For me personally, watching other people in the freelance industry, watching how they got to that point in their career and seeing where they began from is really interesting. Because they're vlogging it, it's very real, the emotions they go through and the achievements they have. And it's a really good way for you to then capture your own achievements and remember your own goals and things that you've gained since starting vlogging. All of these thoughts are very much spurred on from my 10-year anniversary video, which I posted last week. If you haven't seen that, please go watch that, because this conversation will make so much more sense if you've seen that. But basically, I just had my 10-year anniversary on YouTube, and I've been a vlogger that whole time. Yeah, there's been times where I've experimented with different genres, but vlogging has been the one I've always fallen back onto, and I've found the most easiest way to get into the film industry of YouTube. And like I said, it's an easy way to get into YouTube. It's a nice, easy, steady format to follow. You're not having to script these massive short films and come up with these long stories just for one video on YouTube. You can spend your whole day and upload that to YouTube. That takes a lot less time for you to figure out and do than it would be to write a short film. So again, it's a nice, easy format to start with and help you learn a lot of skills you could then take forward. So as well as being something that's really cool to look back on and, you know, remember where you've been in life and how long you've spent on something in your life, it acts as a really good motivator. And now This is a really funny story because I mentioned to a couple of my students that vlogging really helped make me focus, because if I really wanted to publish a video, I would make sure I filmed something, and usually that meant I had to do some work for me to film it. So it motivated me to get my drawings and my projects done so I could have some content to post. And my students had told me that apparently there's a theory that filming yourself, like a time lapse or something of you doing something, whether that be like cleaning the room or working on a drawing, watching you sped up doing it motivates you. I think that's so cool, and I'm 100% agreeing with that theory, because there's been times that I filmed me doing a drawing and then I've sped it up, and then I've got so inspired from seeing how I came from literally a blank piece of paper to a full-blown artwork. So I find it really motivating, and again, it's a really natural part of vlogging is filming yourself doing something. So it again acts as a motivator for you to be more outgoing and to do more things, because you'll want to film it and document it, and to kind of also, it makes you happy watching back on these things. And that's a massive thing for me. Like, being able to watch back on things that made me really happy does boost me and motivate me to do more. It also kind of helps in the times when I'm not doing anything and I'm feeling a bit bummed out that I'm not creating any content. Then it'll motivate me to create content, or to do something so I can create content. Like, especially the kind of tail end of 2020, when it had been several months of COVID and I didn't have a good job and everything felt very bleak. There was quite a big gap where I didn't upload, or if I did upload, it always started off with, "Hey guys, I haven't been doing anything worthwhile filming. I haven't done anything." And that went on for a few months. And then I was watching back on some old vlogs when I was busy and was doing things, and it kind of made me go, I need to get back to this, because this is like therapy for me. You know, it's a hobby of mine, and it's such a good hobby to have, because it's a hobby that builds on other skills, which brings me into my next reason as to why vlogging is so good. You enhance skills in communication. What? You wouldn't think so with the way I pronounce things. But you enhance your communication skills, any digital skills, social media, video editing, storytelling, everything. There's so much that you learn just from vlogging. And I think, well, I did mention this in my 10-year anniversary video, I learned everything from YouTube. I taught myself everything because I vlogged, and I wanted to learn these skills to enhance my videos. So yeah, that's another reason to look into it, especially now that social media is definitely going in a direction where video is more popular. And if you're interested in the social media marketing shenanigans or anything of that sort, video production is probably going to start being more and more apparent. So start vlogging and get more on hands with talking to a camera and editing your footage, and getting more used to how videos should look and feel. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll feel, and you'll be ahead of the game when it comes to a lot of companies needing video work. And I think another really cool thing is it's a good way to connect with people. I have made so many friends through YouTube and vlogging, and I've also connected with a lot of people in industry in terms of, you know, me actually uploading my work, and maybe they don't necessarily YouTube like vlog as well, but they see my work more because I'm sharing more with them, and they understand my practice a lot more. It's really interesting to share that with people, because people are interested to see how you got to where you are, or how you did that piece of content or that piece of work. Showing people your practice is something that a lot of people will be interested in. And especially if you are, maybe like me, a freelance filmmaker or photographer or designer, sharing with your potential clients or fellow colleagues how you did things will intrigue them more, and it makes them feel more involved. Hence why it's really a good way to interact with your audience. And your audience doesn't necessarily mean your fans. It can literally be people you want to work with in the future. I just really enjoy vlogging, and I feel like it's a really cool format to present yourself in, especially on YouTube. That's just some of my thoughts on why I think vlogging is a really important tool to use in today's video toolkit. It might be the most scariest one because it makes you the most vulnerable sometimes, but you shouldn't be scared to share who you are online. There's a way I want to say this, and I'm not really sure how to say it, but you shouldn't be afraid of what people are going to say, because at the end of the day, you want to do something for yourself. If you think that all of those things I just mentioned would benefit you, like you want to be able to document your life and look back on things, you want to be able to motivate yourself to do more work, you want to be able to see what achievements you've made over a time span, you want to get better at all those skills I mentioned: video editing, social media content creation, presenting, storytelling, communication, and maybe you want to connect with your audience. So if you want to do all those things and you think those things will make you feel happier and more fulfilled, then you should definitely try vlogging. I have absolutely loved it, and I felt like this has been such a big part of my life for such a long time that I always feel like people are missing out when they don't vlog. And it's now becoming such a more common thing that I feel like there is less judgment around it, and it's just seen as a more normalized thing, which is a really cool aspect for me. And I am still working on my nervousness while filming around people, but it is a more accepted form of content creation now. So again, I wouldn't be afraid to do it. Let me know what you thought of this kind of form of video content, kind of like a podcast, but still like a video. I don't know. It's definitely something I want to play about with making podcast related content, but that is we'll see. I'm gonna try and do episodes like this maybe once a month to kind of break up my other content on my YouTube channel. So if there's any kind of topics you want me to talk about, please do leave them in the comments below. Nice, casual, informal chit chat about something. But yeah, this was the first episode all about vlogging and why I think you should do it. And on that note, I'd like to thank you all for watching or listening, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.